Half a day to our viewers across the CNMI and Guam and in the mainland. My name is Thomas Manglona, the regional correspondent for KUAM, and we are recording this interview on Tuesday, May 23rd, around 12:30 in the afternoon. And we're grateful to have the time of the Mayor of Rota, Aubry Hocog, in addition to the Deputy Incident Commander for the Mayor of Rota, Ike Mendiola, who I understand you all have been working around the clock, haven't had a chance to catch a break given Typhoon Mawar's approach to the island. And we know that the storm is tracking more south. And as Governor Arnold Palacios said yesterday, he's rerouting resources to the island of Rota because of that impact. So Mayor, we'll start with you. What is the latest information on the impact to Rota?
So as you mentioned, we're very thankful to Governor Palacios, Lieutenant Governor Apatang, Secretary of Outside, all our collaborating partners and departments throughout the CNMI for their support and their concern for Rota. We just finished a briefing earlier this morning at 10 o'clock, really identifying what Rota needs and how the communities of the neighboring islands can provide what type of assistance they can provide. But on the grounds here, we're just very fortunate to have our command center with our hardworking team from our own departments, from DPS, DFEMS, DPW, and all the other supporting autonomous agencies, really preparing and planning to mitigate as much with our people here. It's really about being informed, being prepared, and just tracking the updates as we move along. And of course, and I'm sure we'll dive into it further along this interview as to how we can prepare and best help our community here stay safe throughout this typhoon.
And Ike, do you know when it comes to the actual situation on the ground, what winds, what type of environment is expected with peak conditions later today and early tomorrow?
Yes, we have been having this, heavy weather briefing with the National Weather Service, meteorologists. And we have been updated since the get-go, since actually from Friday in preparation-wise. That's the standard procedure. So information-wise, we have been planning in stages, and we have been preparing since Friday. So right now we're anticipating, based on this morning's discussion or heavy weather briefing, that the storm, the likelihood of the storm will late today into the night, all the way until tomorrow morning at the highest peak of the brunt of the storm. So we are fortunate because originally the storm was heading right in between Rota and Guam Channel, but it's kind of veered a little bit to the south. Right now is unfortunate that our family in Guam present and Guam is going to be affected possibly if the storm continues on its present course. It's going to go right over the island of Guam, and that's a category 3 typhoon impact gusty winds. Rhoda, on the other side of the aisle, will experience later today into the night all the way to tomorrow morning. About lunchtime, midday, the effects of tropical storm gust winds.
All right, thank you for that update. And I did also want to ask about shelters and types of community support. I know it was Monday at 4 p.m. where CNMI-wide the shelters were activated. And for Rota, I believe there are 2 shelters, right? The Office of Aging, the Manamco Center, and then also RHI, the high school cafeteria. Is that correct?
We are going to reallocate all our resources to the Office of the Aging. Our hardworking men from defense, men and women from defense have already shared to all the farmers, all the people, our residents who live on the outskirts of the main villages to inform them of what resources we have, the shelters that are available, but we will be focusing at the Office of the Aging. We do have CODA on standby alongside with PSS, who will be there to provide transportation if any of our residents need. We are tracking the official press releases from the governor, and the National Weather Services. And we are releasing our own through my office, really just informing our community members of what they can do to prepare, as well as just tracking information to really keep up to date with the latest information.
And so I wanted to talk about preparedness. So what are you telling Rota residents on how to prepare?
So we've advised them to secure their homes if they have shutters or plywoods or anything to block up their windows, as well as securing any loose items, equipment, debris around their homes. We are also advising people, our residents, to purchase enough fuel, enough food, their medication or other necessities they may need. We are also advising if any of our residents have any flu-like symptoms and may need to seek care, to please have them go seek assistance or seek care at the Rota Health Center. And we are also, again, welcoming those who feel the need to come and seek shelter or seek protection at our shelter at the Office of the Agent.
And what are some of the biggest needs and challenges right now? It was just Monday afternoon where HSEM and the governor held a press conference talking about some logistical challenges, getting a generator down to the Rota Health Center. So what's the latest on that, and what are some of the biggest needs for the island of Rota?
Yes, Tom, unfortunately, as we go through this profession-wise, unfortunately, the Rota Health Center, their emergency generator has been offline. They're still waiting for parts from the US, as far as what I understand. So it's good because the local Homeland Security here provided affordable generators just to to chill the vaccines and those other medical supplies that needs to be maintained in a certain temperature. The other thing is that fortunately, the logistical challenge here is, the remoteness of the island, transportation-wise, air transportation. And then we have another issue challenges on surface transportation, that's by motor vessel. So fortunately enough, yesterday, the Homeland Security with the CSCC were able to ship down portable generator capable enough, at least bare minimum to power up the ER, the emergency room area, at least for that, just in case there's a city line interruption. The other thing also on the ground is, unfortunately, again, our Department of Public Works here, all their heavy equipment are down. They have to go through, as you might be aware, the financial challenges of getting parts. Heavy equipment parts are very costly. Heavy equipment itself is very expensive. So those are the logistical challenges on every administration. So we have mobilized, thanks to our good governor here. I was able to identify a local vendor here who has a backhoe and front-end loader, just to have it standby for after the impact of the storm. We will go out on the highway and make sure that the roadways are clear from any debris, falling debris, anything for emergency vehicles purpose priority. That's a main priority. So we are fortunate enough, thanks to our good governor working together with a good mayor here, they're able to identify that, and it's in standby right now in response to the storm, debris removal.
And so, Mayor, what have we learned from previous typhoons that we're implementing now? I know you were a staffer in the former mayor's administration as well, and have been part of past responses. So what are we doing differently now? What did we learn from past storms?
So, we're just always updating the SOPs as we move along. We can always learn and reflect from previous typhoons. And of course, every assessment is different depending on what available resources we have and what needs, what we will need to better prepare and address the service to our people here. But it's really about just staying informed, keeping updated inventory, and Of course, once we have, surpassed this, that we should best, again, plan and prepare and update ensure that we have proper equipment and really just update our SOPs as we move along.
All right, Mayor, I wanted to wrap up by talking about what hotlines or resources, official information, Rota residents specifically need to be tuning into, and then just your final message to the community during this storm.
So really, they can call our Rota Mayor's office at 532-9451 or 532-9452, or they can message our Rota Public Information page. That is our official page that we disseminate information from, that we share through what we receive from the governor's office or through the National Weather Service. If they have any questions, they can reach us through those outlets. We have indicated Mr. Ike Majola's number on our flyers, which is
670-286-6618.
and so any of those numbers can be reached to contact our office, or if anyone needs additional information or any assistance, we can assess and assist accordingly. But really, our message to our people is just to not take this lightly, to please best prepare as they can, ensure that they have enough supplies of food, medicine, fuel that they can gather. We also recommend for our family members who are in the low-lying areas that we do anticipate heavy rain and there will be flooding, and we recommend, if you do have families that reside in the Sinapalu villages, that we recommend that they stay with them, or please visit our shelters. We do provide transportation. We would just need for them to call any of the numbers we've identified, and we can make proper coordination. But we hope and encourage that our people stay safe throughout this, and we do pray for our brothers and sisters in the neighboring islands, especially Guam, that they stay safe throughout this.
All right, thank you so much. You've been listening to the Mayor of Rota, Aubry Hocog, and the Deputy Incident Commander for the Mayor of Rota, Ag Mendiola. Thank you both so much for your time amid this busy preparation, and I'm sure we'll be in touch for any more critical information to share. Thank you.
You, Tom.